Welcome back to Sailing Miss Lone Star. In this episode, I'm 6.5 months pregnant as we make our way towards Costa Rica from Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. You can find our real-time birth video in the link below. Okay, so I polished the fuel. This is the bottle of fuel that I was using to fill the racors on the top so that it had suction, and this is what came out of the port side tank. Can you believe that? Crazy. So that's good gas and that's bad gas. So we're gonna polish the forward tank and the starboard tank next. Okay, so today we bought a generator. I like the suitcase kind that's enclosed. The other one bit the dust. I think you guys remember us taking it apart and then we put it back together and it started, it ran wonderfully, but something was wrong in the alternator. So to replace an alternator on a generator is like replacing the whole generator. So we bought a new one and we're super stoked. So we're gonna go pick that up. They're delivering it. We're waiting on crew and then tally-ho ginger nut. We are off to the next port, leaving La Cruz, leaving Puerto Vallarta. Maybe for good, question mark? I don't know. Headed to South America. Pretty excited. Oh, there it is. All right, let's go try it.
Looks pretty good.
It does. Okay, home sweet boat. Our crew is late. That is no good that our crew is late, but I'll show you guys. I set up their rooms. So we're gonna keep this room clean. Oh my gosh, you guys. Guess what? Do you know what that is? That is a machine we hope we never use. It's a trash pump or an irrigation pump, or known as a crash pump. So there's been a few times in my sailing career that I've either personally needed one or somebody else needed one and I didn't have it. So I'm actually super stoked now to have this because I always like to be able to help people, and knowing that if we hit a container or something like that, like we could pump a significant amount of water out of the boat and be able to patch it up. So yeah, that was a really good purchase. I feel like really confident having that on the boat, and also just feels good to be able to help other people. So now we've got the trash pump and a 36 watt generator. I don't know if other people talk about this. I don't watch a lot of other sailing channels. I watch Delos, but that's kind of about it. Sorry guys. You know, it's a thing checking out of Mexico. Did you know that you have to have a captain's license to check out of Mexico? So if you don't have your captain's license, they will accept like a boater safety card or an ASA certification. But if you don't have it, you have to try to get it online before they let you leave. So I had no idea. I have my captain's license. I have my US Coast Guard captain's license. But if I didn't, it would be a huge pain in the ass, and then last minute you'd have to stay for an extra week or two, possibly miss your weather window. Anyways, yeah, I learned that yesterday. So we're gonna go get our ZARP, which is, from what I understand, a permission to move from port to port. And this is common in Central and South America, is what I've learned. So each place you go, you have to check in with a port captain, and then you need a ZARP saying that you're traveling from one port to the next. So that's what we're gonna go do today. There's so much bureaucracy when you're sailing, and you know, I don't really talk about it that much, and it's always different in each country. It's always a learning curve. So maybe on my second time around the world in Houdini, I'll have it all down pat. But anyways, I am going to get back on the dinghy and go pick up this crew. Here they come. Okay, we came, we saw, we did not conquer. They closed actually at 2 o'clock, 2:30. We got there 15 minutes late, which means now we have to leave at like 10 a.m. tomorrow. So that is a bummer.
I got it.
Okay, we've got a salad in here. Oh my, or mushrooms. This is crazy. Okay. Wow, this is fucking crazy. Okay, let's pour this in. This fresh fuel. Oh my god. Oh! It's like diarrhea. Look at that. This is organic diesel.
There's a reason that you brought me, because now it all gets captured. You see? It's better.
Okay, let's fill that guy up. probably good. And we're gonna get this guy. Oh yeah, look at all those boogers down there. We're gonna run some water down here. So wait till you see it like on the side there. I'll tell you when. Let's get all the one with the boogers. Ooh. You got this?
All right.
Okay, so position the mouth by the hole.
Okay, talk to me.
Okay.
Talk to me.
Open the petcock.
Talk to me. This is pretty dirty, this sailing shit. You didn't mention
Whoa, look at all. Oh.
Hey.
Whoa, is that clean now?
Yeah, it looks clean.
Okay, all right.
Dirty?
Okay, now let's shine your light over here. That looks like mostly water, right? Okay.
I mean, there's a couple gunkies,
But that looks like water, not fuel, in that side, right? Because it doesn't. Yeah. So we probably want to drain that out again.
Okay.
How's that looking, actually? More boogers?
Yeah.
Okay, let's open it again.
Learn Spanish for $1, Taylor?
That's right, man.
Or a half a
For
dollar?
$11.99, actually.
Okay, don't unhook it until you get it inside the boat. Put it on the side, but attach it to something. He says he has the magic finger. He's not allowed to say that anymore. As we start it, the lift pump is gonna start trying to pull fuel.
The sea state became choppy, and the rest of the residual buildup in the fuel tank made its way into the filters. Now we're troubleshooting in the middle of Banderas Bay.
So make sure so there's a gasket underneath where this hand is. Make sure that gasket lines up with the edge perfectly there. So like it goes into the ridge there. Now you want to tighten it.
Jesus, take the wheel.
Take it from my hand. Okay.
The lines.
Not yet. Let's pull some fuel into those fuel filters. Let's see what happens.
Low voltage.
We have some very filthy filters, and the Keenan filter system was screaming at me. I muted it. Maybe shouldn't have done that. I thought that we polished the fuel well enough yesterday, but we didn't. And so now we have to change these fuel filters, which you can see are super messy here. But the problem is that now they're empty. There's no fuel in them whatsoever. Okay, great. So what we're going to do is we're going to add fuel to the top. And then we're going to start the engine, which is going to bring fuel up from the tank and push it through. Which means then we also have to bleed the lines. We need to bleed the lines. And we can bleed the lines on only one cylinder. We've changed all the fuel filter, and I'm just doing a little reading down below to the smell of diesel. Pregnant. Yeah, we have about 3 knots of wind, so we're just bobbing around. I've got the generator, the suitcase generator charging the start battery because we've really done a number to that. I do believe that there is like a one nut that you can crack to bleed all of the cylinders at the same time, I think. I have not bled the air out of the system before, so we're just doing a little reading. Injection pump timing tool. Don't want to get into that. So the wind has completely died down and we are under power. We've been motor sailing a lot today. We were trying to get about 8 miles offshore, and we've been about 3 miles offshore. So I think there's more wind out there. But since the crew is green, meaning they have not sailed before, it's been kind of nice to show them how the engine works, how it doesn't work, and also how to operate the sails, because I am now kind of pregnant. And I need the help. I just can't do what I was doing before. So yeah, like sail training on the go. So we're gonna sail through tonight, and then we're going to be in Barra, Navidad tomorrow morning, I'm hoping. Mid-morning, if all goes to plan. And I think they're gonna take the boards and go surfing. I'm gonna put out some daily shows for you guys, which has been fun and interesting. It's really great to be out here again. I'm so thrilled that we fixed the bowsprit. I really am. And I am so not thrilled that I don't fit into my engine compartment very well anymore, but we are making our way back down south and around the corner, and then hopefully to the Caribbean. We have reached Barra Navidad, and it was a tricky entrance. Thankfully it wasn't too windy because it would have been really hard to get inside. But now that we're in, it's this beautiful lagoon.
The entrance was tricky, so we called a pilot boat. And as I like to say, we zigged when we should have zagged.
This is where we live now. The tide is almost all the way out. We're sitting at about, I don't know, a 20-degree heel. And we're waiting for the tide to finish going out. Poodle looks like a cartoon character.
Poodle, come here. Can you make it up? Come here, Poodle. Come here. Come here. Yeah, good boy. Oh, you made it. Having nails is bunk in here, huh? That's bullshit. So you need boots.
Okay, so there's two types of sailors. I'll tell you right now. Sailors that have run aground and sailors that lie about it. So we are aground. I wouldn't say hard aground because we're in about 2 feet of mud. And I read on the charts and like somebody's blog about this happening once a week to people. We are the once a week. So
You said it in the morning.
yeah. We thought it would be a good idea. It said if you draft more than 6, don't come in here. We drafted slightly less than 6. But to be fair, the Ponga man did this. He was like, go like this. Yeah. And one thing I learned sailing was that you should always follow local knowledge, like over charts. If there's a local that tells you which way to go, fishermen especially in a Ponga, definitely listen to him.
So in a rush, they broke the windlass remote, attempting to force the small pins into the tiny holes.
Enough to let the bridle take the weight off the bow, that would be great. There has to be an easier way.
Now we need to pay the chain out by hand before we're blown into the mangroves and aground again.
Pull it out, make it easier or harder. So Taylor, have your hand ready to throw that claw on if we just start like throwing a whole bunch of chain, okay? And just do it with flat fingers.
So tense, I don't even know.
Do we have something in mind that we can eat this with?
We've got tortillas, see? We've got this beautiful girl making breakfast and the guys up top launching the dinghy. Okay, so I'm super happy that we were able to get the boat off of the sand and get to the beach. Poodle, don't get eaten. I love that Mexican pink color. I'm gonna get some tacos here, and we're waiting for our friends. We ditched them because I'm hungry. Next stop, ice cream. It was absolutely horrible. I couldn't stand it. Okay, so we're gonna stick the wire in the hull and try to fix the accident that happened last night. Got a wire shoved in this hole. Well, I'm gonna move your heads. Oh no, that's not your head, that's the forestay. And a Mexican fix here. We got a wire shoved in this hole so we can make connection with the bottom of this guy, the little snappy snap that snapped off. It's working! Fire in the hole.
Fire in the hole. Up is working,
Uh-huh.
and down is what we want to fix.
Woo! We're going to clean the bowls on the Keenan filters. Now, I called Andy from Keenan Filters, Andy Keenan, and we sent him the picture of the booger jar that we got out of our fuel tank, and he said in all of his years of fuel cleaning extravaganza, he has never seen fuel that bad. So I felt really special. He also said that we need to take this thing apart and clean it, or we're asking for it. So we are on this anchorage in the lagoon, and we are going to go ahead and clean it. Step 1, drain the fuel from the bowls with the petcock. We're learning all of the terminology. So see these bolts right here on this? Do you have bolts there on that?
Mississippi Queen.
Let's get that guy cleaned out right in there. Yeah, do you have that toothbrush? I grabbed your toothbrush.
Ooh, look at that booger.
Gross! Oh my gosh. Okay, that's the little float ball he was talking about. Use your fingers, come on. Prove you're a man, you can wipe it with your hand.
Eat it.
Ah! It is looking brand spanking new down there. Yeah, it's doable. We got 5 nuts. We're gonna have to start from the front to the back and some electrical. We could do it, but he said that we could blow this out up here, and we don't have anything hanging from these green gears. Right, final fuel run, team. You got this. See you guys in a bit.
Early the next morning, we head to our next southern destination. Thank you so much for watching. And if you can't wait till next week, check out The Daily Show in the link below. A big thank you to my patrons for making these videos possible. We'll see you next time on Sailing the Lone Star.